Hi everyone. Oh, is that? Oh boy, it's that new show smell.
What?
It's a new episode of Root Access.
Oh.
Ryan Ritchie, Jamie DeGrazio, and you. Thank you for joining us. Of course, here we like to tackle everyone's questions.
Yeah. You have a question from Trey.
I do. You're getting right into it here. Let's go talk about tackles and chop blocks and stuff, but that's all right. Trey from the Ohio University would like to know our thoughts on the Microsoft Store that have been announced, or Microsoft has announced plans to create stores. What do we think as former Apple Store employees? Well, get my application ready. The wow starts here.
But isn't every store already a Microsoft store, like
I
Best Buy and Office Max? And
I don't
Office
get it.
Depot?
I don't understand it. What are you going to have at the Microsoft Store? Are you going to have any computers? Now, that seems like a stupid question, but unless they're going to start doing Microsoft-branded computers, which they can't do it, that upset everybody, they're going to upset their resellers. Are you going to have a Dell in there? Are you going to have a Sony? What? You're just
I'm not convinced they're actually going to launch a series of stores. I think there may be one or two stores, maybe like one in New York City, Times Square, or maybe one somewhere out West Coast, where it's just like a showcase store. You go in there, sure, they sell Xbox and games and Windows, but it's really just there to promote the Microsoft family of products.
I disagree with you. I think they really think they can put these stores in malls across the country. They look at what they did with the iPod, right? Yeah. Apple has the iPod, and they're like, well, we can copy that. We'll do the Zune. You see how that worked. So if the retail venture is that successful.
Well, it just comes across very, like a lot of things Microsoft does, very Me Too.
Me Too.
We can do that too. The Zune felt Me Too. Right. The Xbox was a Me Too, although it is successful. And now the stores are Me Too. And I just don't see what they're going to sell, what services they're going to offer, why you would want to go there versus a Best Buy.
Right. Well, and plus, it's not even an apple and oranges comparison, because I can go to the Apple Store and get a price for a MacBook. This is how much the MacBook's going to be, and it comes with OS X. One would assume I can't go to the Windows Store and get a comparable thing, because they're probably not selling the hardware. They're probably not selling the computers. Yeah. So maybe I go there and I learn what Windows does, and let's say I love it. Well, maybe I'm thinking, okay, well, I love that. I'll go get the Mac and put Boot Camp on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason Apple went into the retail business was because there were no places you could go except for maybe CompUSA or a local Apple, like, third-party provider, where you could go and, like, experience the Mac products in a good environment where everything worked. And somebody there who was knowledgeable about the Mac. That was the thing. Like, even when you would go to CompUSA, half the time the employees there would be pushing you away from the Mac products. Say, oh, you don't want that. It's slow. It's too pricey. It's not compatible with anything.
Right.
But the whole world uses Microsoft Windows.
Right. Everybody who wants a chance to try a Microsoft product.
It's like they're not the underdog, but
do it.
They, in a way, they think they are.
Maybe they plan on being the underdog.
Maybe. I mean, with like the commercials, I'm a PC commercials, they're sort of like getting that idea in people's heads. Like, hey, it's cool. We're the underdog. We're nerdy, but that's okay because you're nerdy too.
So what about, you're more tied into the gaming aspect of this. Would these stores help at all with the Xbox side of things? I mean, can't you get enough exposure to that as well other places?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what they're going to, I mean, the only thing they could offer would maybe be like a tech support thing. Like if you're, and let's face it, the Xboxes tend to break. So instead of having to ship it out, you can bring it to the store, where I guess they would ship it out. They're not going to do the repair. So other than like a warranty service for like a Microsoft Xbox, I don't see what they're going to offer. Versus me, I mean, maybe they'll have multiple Xboxes set up and you can try the latest game out, which, you can't really try games out, but that's why they have demos available online anyhow.
Right. Could you grab that prop over there? We just want to give you one idea of what could happen if, let's say, if they have a Genius Bar kind of situation. If I could just have this here. Hi, you must be the Microsoft genius.
Yes.
I'm having a problem with my Dell computer.
Well, have you tried reinstalling Windows?
Yes.
then you need to contact the OEM manufacturer.
Oh. There you go. There you go. I mean, that's under promise, over deliver.
What are they really going to do? I mean, they're not going to do hardware repairs.
Right. Get that out of my shot. But they're not going to do hardware repairs unless it's on, like you said, Xbox, which they wouldn't do there anyhow. Yeah. Maybe they use the stores, and this might just irritate people, but maybe they use the stores for, say, game releases. Maybe you can get it at the Microsoft Store a day earlier or something. But again, those are just one-time events.
Yeah, they can have big like midnight releases that, you know, they do that at GameStop for big games like Halo 4 or whatever. They could release it. But I don't know. That's why I still think they only are going to have like 1 or 2 of these stores. I just can't see them opening 100 stores.
And maybe people are like, I've heard a lot about this Microsoft Office. Are
there still Gateway stores around? Or are they all closed?
No, they're all gone.
Okay.
They're gone. There are no, other than Apple, there are no single, well, I guess you could say Sony.
And there's they just closed, yeah, that's true. They do have a Sony style stores. And Sony had a single PlayStation store in San Francisco, which just closed this week. And I think there is a single Dell store somewhere.
See, I would think Microsoft would do better to support other manufacturers like Dell. If Dell wanted to do these stores, Microsoft would say, okay, we're going to be a partner. We'll maybe even staff it to some extent because times are tough, and you'll have 2 Microsoft reps who can show off Windows all day.
Or like you said, a store within a store.
Right.
Have like a special Microsoft Windows 7 area in Best Buy or whatever.
And that would be great if you had the Apple store within a store at Best Buy next to the Microsoft
it'd be like
store.
Across the aisle, it'd be like warring factions back and forth.
I saw, sorry, I don't know who it was, so I can't give credit for this, but it's not my creation. Someone on another forum had mentioned that the problem with the Microsoft stores would be you wouldn't know when to visit because they'd randomly shut down.
That's awful.
I appreciated that. But anyhow, we wish them well. Trey, thank you for your question. Good luck with your studies. And we'll see you next week. Don't forget, if you have a question, send it in to root@thedigital-lifestyle.tv. Bye-bye, everybody.